Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our English Conversations. I'm Anna.
And I'm David. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Whether you're relaxing at home, walking outside, or taking a short break, thanks for choosing to learn and grow your English with us.
Today, we have a very special deep dive for you. We're going to look at a phrase that can really change the way you speak English.
Yeah, it is a phrase that makes you sound stronger. It makes you sound more confident. And, well, it makes you sound a little bit more formal, too.
That is right. Today, we are doing a deep dive into the phrase, not only, but also.
Not only, but also. I hear this phrase a lot. I hear it on the news. I hear it in business meetings.
Oh, definitely. And in movies, too. It is everywhere.
It really is. But some students are afraid of this phrase. They think it is too long, or they think it is too difficult.
That is true. Many students prefer to just use simple words. They prefer to use the word and.
And is a good word. For example, I can say, she is smart and funny.
That is a good sentence. Is perfectly correct. She is smart and funny. So, why do we need not only, but also, why should we make the sentence longer?
That is the big question. And here is the answer. Emphasis.
Right. Emphasis. That means making something stronger, making it more important.
Exactly. When you use and, you're just making a simple list. 1, 2. But when you use not only, but also, you are telling a story.
Yeah, you were saying, wow, look at this. It is not just one thing. It is two things at the same time.
I really like that. It adds emotion. It adds power.
Yes. It tells the listener, do not stop at the first point. There's a second point, and it is also very important.
So it is kind of like checking
two boxes. Yes. That is the best way to think about it. Yeah. Imagine you have a checklist. You have box A and you have box B.
Okay, I am imagining two boxes right now. Box A is on the left, box B is on the right.
The simple formula is not only A, but also B. This means you are checking box A. That is true.
Yeah.
And you are checking box B. That is also true.
Not only A, but also B. Okay. I think we are ready to practice because the best way to learn grammar is with examples. Lots and lots of examples.
I completely agree. Let's start with part 1 of our lesson. We are going to use adjectives.
Adjectives. Let's remind our listeners real quick. What is an adjective?
An adjective is a word that describes something. It describes a person, a place, or a thing. Words like good, bad, happy, sad, red, or blue.
Great. Let's look at our first example. Imagine a woman at work. She is very intelligent. She has a very good brain. So box A is smart.
Smart. That is our first adjective.
But she is not lazy. She stays late. She works very hard. So box B is hardworking.
Hardworking. That is our second adjective. Both are true.
Now let's combine them using our special phrase.
We say she is not only smart, but also hardworking.
Let's just listen to the rhythm of that sentence. She is not only smart, but also hardworking.
It sounds very balanced, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It sounds like a seesaw. Down and up. Not only smart, but also hardworking.
It gives a compliment to her intelligence, and then it adds another compliment to her work ethic. It is a very nice thing to say about someone.
Let's try another example with adjectives. Let's talk about a book. Have you read any good books lately?
Actually, yes. I am reading a wonderful book right now. It is very interesting. I cannot stop reading it.
Okay, so box A is interesting.
But it is not just a fun story. It teaches me about history. It helps me learn. So it is useful.
Okay, so box B is useful. We have interesting and useful. How do we put them together?
We say this book is not only interesting, but also useful.
This book is not only interesting, but also useful.
Perfect.
Listeners, are you repeating the sentences with us? It is very good for your pronunciation to speak out loud. Let's try another one.
Let's describe a person's personality this time. Let's talk about a good friend.
Okay. This friend is very nice. She helps everyone. She is kind.
Kind. That is box A.
And she never gets angry. Even if she has to wait for a long time, she is patient.
Patient. That is box B. So she is two things. She is kind and she is patient.
Let's use the phrase, she is not only kind, but also patient.
She is not only kind, but also patient. That sounds like a lovely person.
I want to do one more adjective example. I really love movies. Let's describe a movie.
Okay. You went to the cinema yesterday. How was the movie?
Well, I laughed a lot. It was a comedy. So box A is funny.
Funny? Got it.
But the end of the movie was very sweet. It was about family. It actually made me cry a little bit. It was emotional.
Emotional. That means it touches your heart. So we have funny and emotional.
The movie was not only funny, but also emotional.
The movie was not only funny, but also emotional.
The movie was not only funny, but also emotional.
That is a great description. It tells me the movie had everything.
Exactly. Now, we have looked at 4 examples. Smart and hardworking, interesting and useful, kind and patient, funny and emotional.
And these are all adjectives.
Yes. And this brings us to the most important rule of this entire deep dive. If you remember one thing today, remember this rule.
Oh, this sounds important. What is the rule?
The rule is called parallel structure.
Parallel structure. That sounds a little academic, like math class.
It does sound like math, but it's actually very simple. It just means the same style or the same type.
Same type.
Think about your shoes. When you go outside, you wear shoes, right?
Usually, yes.
Do you wear a sneaker on your left foot and a tall boot on your right foot?
No. That'd be crazy. It would be very hard to walk. I wear matching shoes.
Exactly. Grammar is the same way. Box A and box B must match. They must be the same kind of word.
Ah, I see. So if box A is an adjective, box B must be an adjective.
Correct. You cannot mix them. You cannot say she is not only smart, but also a doctor.
She is not only smart, but also a doctor. Yeah, smart is an adjective, but a doctor is a noun. They do not match.
Right. It sounds clunky. It sounds unnatural. We want your English to be smooth.
So this leads us nicely to part 2 of our lesson, using nouns.
Nouns. These are words for people, places, or things. If we use a noun in box A, we must use a noun in box B.
Let's fix my bad example then. We want to talk about the woman's job. She is a teacher.
A teacher. That is a noun. It is a job.
And she has another job. She writes books. She is a writer.
A writer. That is also a noun. Now we have 2 matching shoes, teacher and writer.
So we can say she's not only a teacher, but also a writer.
She's not only a teacher, but also a writer. That sounds perfect. It flows very well.
Let's try another example with nouns. This one is for our business listeners. Imagine you are in a meeting at work.
Okay. I am in a meeting, and there is a big change happening in the company.
Usually people think a change is bad. They think it is a problem.
A problem. That is a noun. Box A.
But you are a positive person. You see a chance to make things better. You see an opportunity.
An opportunity. That is also a noun. Box B.
So you speak up in the meeting. You say, this is not only a problem, but also an opportunity.
This is not only a problem, but also an opportunity.
Wow. If you say that, your boss will be very impressed. Right. It connects 2 big ideas. It shows you are thinking deeply, and it is grammatically perfect because problem and opportunity are both nouns.
Yes. Parallel structure makes you sound very professional.
Okay. We have done adjectives. We have done nouns. What is next?
Next is part 3. Verbs.
Verbs. Action words. Run, eat, sleep, study, work.
This is where we tell stories about what people actually do. The rule is exactly the same. We need parallel structure.
So if box A is a verb, box B must be a verb.
Yes. But with verbs, we have to be extra careful. The tense must match too.
The tense. You mean past, present, or future?
Yes. If box A is present tense, box B must be present tense. If box A is past tense, box B must be past tense.
Let's look at an example in the present tense first. Let's talk about a student named Bob.
Okay. Bob is a busy guy. First, he studies English.
Studies. That is the action and is happening now. Present tense.
Second, he works part-time at a cafe.
Works. That is also the action. Present tense.
So we have studies and works. They match perfectly.
How do we combine them?
He not only studies English, but also works part-time.
Listen to where we put the not only there. He not only studies, it comes right before the verb.
And but also comes right before the second verb. But also works.
He not only studies English, but also works part-time.
Let's try another present tense example. He speaks English.
He speaks English.
He speaks French.
He speaks French.
Combine them.
He not only speaks English, but also speaks French.
Excellent. Let's travel back in time. Let's use the past tense.
Okay. Let's talk about yesterday.
Let's talk about housework. Chores.
Oh, I had a very busy day yesterday. I cleaned the house.
Cleaned. It ends in ed. It is past tense.
And I cooked a big dinner for my family.
Cooked. It also ends in ed, past tense.
So, cleaned and cooked. They're matching shoes again.
Let's make the sentence.
She not only cleaned the house, but also cooked dinner.
She not only cleaned the house, but also cooked dinner. That is a lot of work for one day.
It really was. Now, before we move on, we need to help our listeners avoid a common trap.
A trap.
Yes, a mistake. A very common mistake that students make with verbs.
Ah, yes. The mixing mistake.
Can you give us a bad example, an example of what not to do?
Sure. Listen to this. He not only studies English, but also working part-time.
Oh, that sounds wrong. Studies and working.
My ears do not like that at all. Studies is a simple present verb. Working has an ing ending. They are different.
It is like wearing a winter boot and a summer sandal.
Exactly. It completely breaks the rhythm. You must say studies and works, or you could say studying and working, but you must keep them the same.
So always check your verbs. Do they look the same? Do they sound the same?
If they match, your English is correct.
Okay. We have covered the basics. We learned adjectives. We learned nouns. We learned verbs.
If our listeners stop right here, they've already learned a lot. They could make great sentences.
But we know you want more. We know you want to reach a higher level in your English journey. So are you ready for part 4?
Part 4, the advanced level.
This is exciting. This is for when you want to be very formal or maybe very dramatic.
This happens when we change the word order.
In our examples so far, we always started with the person. She is not only, or he not only.
But sometimes, for extra power, we can start the sentence with the phrase, not only.
Wait, we can put not only at the very beginning of the sentence.
Yes. But when we do this, we have to follow a special rule. It is called inversion.
Inversion, that means flipping things around.
Yes. We have to flip the subject and the verb. It looks exactly like a question.
Like a question. Can you explain that a bit more?
Sure. How do we make a question in English? We use helper verbs. Words like do, does, did, or is.
Right. Like, did she win or is he happy?
Exactly. When we start a sentence with not only, we must use that exact same question structure.
Let's use an example. It is always easier to understand with an example. Let's go back to the past tense. She won the prize.
Okay. The normal sentence is, she not only won the prize, but also broke a record.
She not only won, but also broke. Simple. Now let's act like advanced speakers. Let's start with not only.
Since it is past tense, the helper verb is did.
Did.
So we say, not only did she win the prize.
Not only did she win. Wow, that does sound very dramatic.
It does. Notice that the main verb changed back to win, just like a normal question. You do not say, did she won? You say, did she win?
Right. Not only did she win the prize,
but she also broke a record.
Let's put it all together. Not only did she win the prize, but she also broke a record.
It sounds like a news reporter on television. Breaking news. Not only did she win, but she also broke a record.
It really highlights the achievement. It makes it sound huge.
Let's try one with the verb to be, like is or are.
Okay. Let's talk about that talented man again. He is talented. He is hardworking.
Normal sentence. He is not only talented, but also hardworking.
Now let's use inversion. Start with not only.
Think of the question first. Is he?
Okay. Is he talented?
So we say, not only is he talented,
but he is also hardworking.
Not only is he talented, but he's also hardworking.
That sounds very sophisticated.
It is. If you write this in an email or an essay for school, people will think your English is excellent.
I noticed something else. In these long sentences, the word also can move around a little bit.
Yes, good catch. In the second part of the sentence, also is a little flexible.
In our example, we said, but he is also hardworking.
That is the most common way. Put also near the verb or near the adjective.
For example, but she also danced.
Yes. Not only did she sing, but she also danced.
Not only did she sing, but she also danced. That is a beautiful sentence.
It takes practice. Do not worry if it feels difficult right now. Just remember the question trick. Did she sing becomes not only did she sing.
That is a great tip. Think of it like a question.
Before we finish our deep dive, we need to look at part 5, common errors.
Yes. We want our listeners to speak naturally. We want you to feel completely confident.
The biggest problem with the advanced structure is word order.
Let's look at a mistake. I will say a bad sentence. You tell me why it is bad. I am ready.
Not only she is smart, but also kind.
Ooh. Not only she is. No, that is wrong.
Why is it wrong?
Because you started with not only, but you did not use the question form. You said she is.
Ah, I forgot the inversion.
Right. You have 2 choices. Choice number 1 is the safe way. She is not only smart.
She is not only smart. That is easy.
Choice number 2 is the advanced way. Not only is she smart,
Not only is she smart.
but never say not only she is.
Okay, I will remember that. Not only is she, or she is not only.
Exactly. And there's one more small mistake I hear sometimes. Sometimes students say she not only is smart.
She not only is. That sounds a little robotic.
Yes. The rhythm is off. Usually not only goes after the verb to be.
So she is not only smart.
Yes. She's not only smart. That flows much better.
He is not only smart, but also kind.
Perfect. Think of this phrase as a bridge. It connects your ideas. Instead of short, choppy sentences, you build a bridge. She is smart. She is kind. That is choppy.
She is not only smart, but also kind. That is smooth. That is fluent.
Well, we have learned so much today. This was a really big lesson.
It was. We covered adjectives, we covered nouns, we covered verbs, and we even covered the advanced inversion.
Let's summarize the key takeaways in our outro. What are the most important things for our listeners to remember?
Takeaway number 1, remember the meaning. Not only A, but also B. It means checking 2 boxes. Both things are true. It is much stronger than just saying and.
Takeaway number 2, remember parallel structure.
Yes. Match your shoes, adjective with adjective, noun with noun, verb with verb. Keep them the exact same.
And check your tenses, past with past, present with present.
And takeaway number 3, be careful with word order. If you want to be advanced and start with not only, use the question format. Not only is she, or not only did she.
That is the big challenge for our brave listeners.
It is a challenge, but I know I can do it.
I think so too. So here's my encouragement for you today. Try to make just 1 sentence using this rule. Just 1.
Look around you right now. Look at your room. Is it messy? Is it clean?
Maybe your room is not only clean, but also bright.
Or maybe your dinner tonight was not only tasty, but also healthy.
Or maybe your English teacher is not only friendly, but also helpful.
I certainly hope so.
Say the sentence out loud to yourself, or write it down in a notebook.
Practice makes progress. You do not have to be perfect. You just have to try. The more you use it, the easier it becomes.
Before we go, I want to leave you with one final thought to explore on your own. We talked a lot about positive things today, like being smart and hardworking.
Right, mostly compliments.
But try using the structure the next time you are having a bad day and want to complain. Like, not only did I lose my phone, but I also missed the train.
Oh, that is a great idea. It makes your bad story sound even more dramatic.
Exactly. Give it a try. Thank you so much for listening to our English conversations today. We hope this deep dive into grammar helps you feel more confident.
Yes, thank you for your time. Learning a language is a journey. You are doing a great job just by listening and learning.
We will be back soon with more topics to help you grow.
Until then, keep practicing.
See you next time.